Hello, my name is Sally Ibbotson and I'm a Qigong teacher. And this is a Qigong form and some acupressure points for improving focus and memory. It can be done as part of another routine, maybe once a day, or if you're really focusing on memory loss or failing memory, then it might be done as a prescription 3 times a day. This is not in any way a replacement for proper medical attention, and also there are many Chinese medical herbs and practitioners, acupuncturists, who will give you one-to-one treatment if you can find it. But in order to strengthen yourself by yourself, here are some tips. So if you have an issue with memory, then in Chinese medicine we would likely work on the kidneys. We would also work on the heart because it affects what's called the shen, but I'm going to start with the kidneys and keep it really simple. If there is failing memory, likely that's a condition of depletion. So that means that I'm not going to give you anything very strong to do, and actually not very much to do either. If we're working with the kidneys, we focus on the brain and the ears, and further down the body on the soles of the feet and then the knees. These are all areas, and perhaps the lower back as well. These are all areas where we might target to improve kidney energy. So I'd like to start off standing actually, but before I do that, I'll show you some points. Locate the very pinnacle of your head. You might need a mirror. So the top of your ears and then straight up. And you can see that that's in line with my nose. And you may feel a little dent there, a little hollow. And this is a point that we can locate to pull the energy up, through the body. But for memory loss, what we want to do is just go out, about a thumb's width, just go out. And here we have 2 points on either side of that top point that we'd like to hold. And if your shoulders and arms get tired, you can do this lying down. It's fine to do it lying down. And then the other points so if I go back to the apex, then I want to go a thumb's width forward and a thumb's width back and hold those points. So we're creating a little square on the top of the head. And if you're resting, lying down, then you could do that for quite some time. Maybe a few minutes. And just rest the arms. In terms of specifics, that's really the only actual acupressure points that we're going to work with. So I'll stand up now and show you a little routine. So the first thing that we would prefer to do in this kidney routine and memory routine is to make sure that we're standing in a position where yin energy can get through from the earth, through the body, right up to the brain. As I said, the brain and the ears, the lower back and the knees, and the soles of the feet are the areas that we want to focus on. So simply standing in the correct position with feet parallel on the outside. You might feel the area around your sacrum, which is another kidney area, open this way, with soft knees so the chi can get through. Imagine that you have a football between your knees so the knees aren't collapsing inwards. And then press the big toe down, the outside of the edge of the foot down, the outside edge of the foot down, so that your feet feel a little like suction cups, and we're stimulating the beginning of the kidney channel there, a point known as bubbling spring. So we're activating and concentrating on our ability as human beings walking on the earth to attract earthy energy upwards. The knees, as I say, they're firm, so you've got an imagined football between your knees. And then we want to open this area, which is related to the kidneys, the back of the waist, and that's often exaggerated as in closed. So we want to make really sure that's open to kidney for yin energy. And that requires that we tuck an imaginary tail downwards. So we're tucking down towards the earth and a little bit under. And some of you may know that as a slight pelvic tilt. So we are fully relaxed. Sometimes it's good to put a little bit of space between the arms and the sides of the body. And then another thing to do is to tuck the chin down. So all these preparations are already part of doing the form. You're tucking the chin down so the neck spine is extra open. And really this is all you need to do to stimulate kidney energy, kidney yang and kidney yin. However, we'll do a few more bits. So start off just by tapping the head, like as if light rain is falling on your skull and scalp. And pay particular attention to the area at the base of the skull at the back. And then relax your arms. Make sure you're still in that position called standing like a tree, the beginning position. And then rub your hands together a little bit to warm them up and take them round the back of the neck to make sure all those muscles are as relaxed as possible to let the chi through. So as if your hands are like two hot flannels going behind. No need to do too much. Relax any tension that's built up. Tuck the chin down. And then we're going to massage the ears. So we're just squeezing around. I'll come back, although you could stay in that starting position, but we're just squeezing around the outside edges of the ears fairly randomly. The ears are like maps of the body, but they do relate to the kidneys. Stand up again. You don't need again to do very much. Come back to standing like a tree. Now, the other thing that can interfere with kidney function is something called phlegm. And we think of phlegm as the thing that we cough up when we've got a chest infection. But phlegm is also known in Chinese medicine as general dampness in the body. And indeed it is expelled through the lungs as phlegm. A good point to learn about, to expel phlegm, particularly if you're on medication, which many people with memory loss may be, is on the outside of the elbow. So here's the elbow crease. And on the outside of the elbow crease, that's the thumb side, is a point on the lung channel which would be needled by acupuncturists, along with many other points, to expel phlegm from the lungs. So holding this point again for a few minutes, tuck the chin down. And again, you could do this lying down. And ideally you might actually feel a little bit of, I can feel in the back of my throat a little bit of phlegm wanting to come out. But if not, that's fine. Just know that the body is benefiting from this. So you're standing with pretty relaxed arms, shoulders relaxed, chin tucked down, and all the things that we said earlier, parallel feet, football between the knees, tail tucked under, etc. And then relax that, just relax into the starting position. Then placing the hands on the kidneys, generally the back of the waist, stopping there for a moment, but also feeling the chest opening. So we're doing these two things, nurturing the kidney energy and opening the top of the chest, again to release phlegm. Now that's the prescription, that's it. So 3 times a day, and do it for a few days. Qigong means work built up over a long time, so it's not a quick fix. It's something to do every day. And as I said earlier, usually memory loss is associated with depletion, so plenty of rest is also indicated. But if you do find an improvement and you want to do a little bit more, then I recommend the Iron Bridge Qigong. And I'll take you through just 3 of those rounds. And you don't need to do very much, but this is excellent for the kidney energy. Start off in the starting position, but pointing the fingers purposefully towards earth. I'm going to step forward a little bit so that you can see my hands as they go down. I'm going to soften the knees and curl forwards. And then, as if picking up a bowl of water, so I've made my hands into a bowl, and pulling watery energy up the inside through of the legs, through the knees, up through the pelvic region, and then around to the kidneys. Leaning back to squeeze the kidneys a little bit, and then coming up to true. Sweeping up, keeping the shoulders down, sweep through the field around you. A little bit of a connection there between that top of head square and the hands, and sometimes I actually clap to pull the energy up, bring attention to yang, and then turn the hands and push back down all the way as if you were cleansing the body down through the soles of the feet. Stop here. I'm going to take you through the breathing, following your in-breath as you stand here, and then following your natural and longest out-breath as you go down. Coming up, and here it's as if you're sitting on a bar stool. So you're coming up, curling up, but keeping the tail under. Then you come up and place the hands on the kidneys. Your out-breath takes you back, and your in-breath is as you sweep up towards that top of head point, a little bit of a connection, and then sweep back down, and then I'll talk through it one more time. Here's your natural in-breath, here's your natural out-breath. Here you're breathing in all the way up to this, holding the kidneys, then you breathe out as you do a little back bend. You breathe in as you sweep through the field around you. You breathe out, your longest out breath, as you come back to the harvester position, as it's called, with fingers pointing towards the earth. As always in Qigong, or in my Qigong anyway, just give myself a little bit of a shake so that I can finish this activity and go about my day. So this and other videos are on my YouTube channel. My name is Sally Ibbotson and my website is www.qigongcoach.net. Thanks for watching.